started. That should fix it. And finally, we can get this last game underway. Last game of ADL of tonight. This is the conclusion. Nope, there's more to... I was going to say this is the conclusion of week number 5, but there's more Dota to be had tomorrow, as you saw on the schedule. But we need to wrap things up here, because this has been a girthy night. Long, girthy night of a lot of waits and delays and patches and pauses, and I've been doing this alone. I'm ready to get the ball rolling and get it going here. So let's do it. Union Gaming going back at it against Isurus Gaming. And, well, what is there to say? Isurus Gaming have had a bit of a struggle as of recent. They are now sporting a, what is it? 4? Math? Hello? 5 game loss streak at least. And they're trying to get a win under their belt. Union Gaming have been looking just the opposite. Very good. 3 game at least win streak. I didn't look too far into their history, but they're pulling out a lot of wins for themselves. They're looking really good. They're getting the job done. And we'll see, though, if Isurus can try to even things up. You know, both these teams are going to be a part of the TI4 qualifiers, so it's important that they put on a good showing and want to show that they're real good contenders. Or maybe some of these teams are saving their real strats for the big time. Who knows? But for now, Isurus Gaming, they're going to pick up the Centaur Warrunner as their first pickup in the off lane. And I already talked about him enough tonight. There's nothing really else to be said. He knows how to do his job in the off lane, and he gets things done. And we saw Union Gaming do fantastic work with him in the last run. So we'll see if Isurus could try to do something better. As far as bans go, I mean, nothing really. Everyone is freaking out in the chat right now. Bans of the Bat Rider, the Invoker, the Lycan, and the Naga. But you know who's not banned and we might finally get to see tonight? Mirana. I've yet seen Mirana tonight in the 4 games played, or the 3 games already played. It feels like there's been so many games played tonight because it's been so goddamn delayed, but here we go. Second pickup. Can I see a Mirana?
10 seconds remaining.
Or they'll probably just do what I said last time and maybe just pick up an Ancient Apparition. The help of the Chilling Touch would help zone out the Centaur from his lane. We saw them do a bit of it last go around when they did the long shift up to the top. It was overall very back and forth game, but oh well. A Venomancer grab. We haven't seen this green guy in a long time. Maybe with a Venomancer ward style build you can kind of thwart back anything Centaur has to offer, but then again, we've also seen Venomancer picked up in the mid lane. We've seen him picked up, you know, as a support, as a roamer. Who knows? Second pick to come here for Isurus Gaming, and well, let's see if they like to build up a little more foundation for themselves and grabbing some support. Shadow Demon, Dazzle, Tree, all still available if they want to go something very defensive. Or we still got the, well, Sand King's already been grabbed, but there's the Shadow Demon. So Shadow Demon's going to be the pickup choice, and if they can manage to snag the Mirana, they're going to have a real nice match made in heaven right now too. Put on top of that an Ancient Apparition for your own team, the Cold Feet and the Disruption. Ooh, magnifique. Just a fantastic set of synergy right there. But we'll see what they decide to do as we get ready to move into the second ban wave. And I'll go ahead and take a moment to do yet another fantastic sellout plug for anyone new joining us. That's right, this is the American Dota League, and we're back for season number 2. You can get the ticket in the store for $3.99, and it comes with a sweet HUD, as well as the ability to control the camera yourself, so you don't need to bitch about mine. Though I think I've been doing a pretty fair job with the camera. Just me on my lonesome, not too bad. Anyways, I can see that the stream's finally back up for everyone, so welcome, those of you from 2 minutes ago. I'm glad you finally made it back into it. And I'm glad you stuck around, because we got some great Southern American Dota for you here. Nice spicy Dota. Look at this, Isurus Gaming now pushing well forward into their reserve time. Only 20 seconds remain here for them. What are they waiting for here? An appropriate ban. Do they ban out the Mirana themselves? Do they risk baiting it out there and hoping that Union Gaming don't grab it? Intriguing Slark ban. Oh my god, I don't know what that's about. I'm looking through the recent Union Gaming play history. They haven't picked up Slark that often, but I guess it's something they just don't want to be going against. A strong snowball hero that can get out of hand quickly. And for Union Gaming, they get rid of the Storm Spirit, which we've seen Storm Spirit do some serious work, and he's a strong contender there in the mid lane in case Union Gaming do decide to pick up someone who can, you know, have a pretty hard time going against the Storm. With Venomancer, they have a little bit of pushing power. We might see a DK in this go-around. DK, I think, is a great, nice, solid mid laner who has a lot to fall back on and make something happen. We'll see, but...
Reserve time.
Yeah, they're waiting for that. They want that Mirana. I can feel it right now. Ban out the Wraith King. Wow, so bit of a respect for His Highness, as they're not going to allow Union Gaming to get the Wraith King on this second go-around. And Benjaz did a great job with it. Got everything he wanted. He had a lot of time to farm in that bottom lane. Built into the Maelstrom first, which I was a little curious about, and that was about the time when Union Gaming were kind of faltering a bit. But once he started getting like a Blink Dagger and everything else going, it just got out of hand real quick, and Isurus could not come back from it, so we'll see. Also, just because I have to throw it out once again, every time I cast Isurus Gaming, and every time I'm in the draft, they could go for Meepo. People laugh, but it's true. Fullback is like the second tier Meepo player in competitive Dota. It sounds weird, but like when you think of Meepo in the competitive scene, you think of No Tail. But fullback's right there too. He's got some good wins under his belt from playing the Meepo. He has the skills. If the situation does pop up to pick a Meepo, they might go for it. Now, Union Gaming do have a fair amount of AoE already, so this is looking very grim. And oh, that might be a bit hard for Isurus now, as their precious Mirana is going to be picked up from Union Gaming, and I would feel like they were hoping to get that, but instead they'll have to opt for the Dazzle. So a nice support duo nonetheless, but I think they were kind of hoping on grabbing that Mirana. But now they can get the Bane. If Union Gaming want to go real aggressive in the early laning phase and try to get some quick pickoffs, they can go for Bane here. The Sleep Arrow combo is still very much a thing. Can definitely get things done. Though Shadow Demon and Dazzle can prevent a lot of that kind of action. I mean, we'll have to see if it's something they want to fall back on. But ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Mirana. Finally, gracing our presence this evening. My resplendent queen, my lady. I tip my fedora at you. Just happy to have Mirana finally in the game because, let's give it up, she's a great crowd pleaser. Why not, right? We're getting ready to move on to the next set of pickups here. But just to cover the last remaining ban on Union Gaming, they got rid of that Ember Spirit, so no easy Ember Spirit to have. Ember Spirit was once a part of that first banning squad or first pickup squad, but I guess the recent nerf to his Sleight of Fist was more than enough to kind of make teams second guess on what they really want to prioritize their pickups on. And as of recently, it's been more of their off lanes, like the Bat Riders or the Centaurs, and more of their support game, like the Shadow Demons, like the Dazzles. So teams are kind of changing around what the, how they want to progress through their own personal drafts and where they prioritize their lanes. And for Union Gaming, they need to look into their secondary kind of support here and maybe another core or a good damage late gamer. Maybe a little bit of meat on their team, someone who can take a punishment and just kind of keep on going. Also an offlaner. Though Mirana can't play in the offlane, we've seen it from time to time, but they need to get something else. Prominent offlaners still available in the pool include Nyx Assassin, Bounty Hunter, and I was also going to say the Clockwork, but Bounty Hunter, huh? From time and time again, I do sometimes see the Bounty Hunter make a reappearance into the scene, and it's been a pleasure. I've seen the likes of Nayrok's team pick it up, and they do good work with it, even as a core. But overall, Bounty Hunter is still what he's always been, and that's, let's get a lot of farm, let's get to level 6. With the help of Track, we can get a lot of gold coming our way, and now they can consider going a little more greedy with their late game core. They can go with something like a Morphling or like a Luna or Weaver, something like that. Something that needs a lot of that farm or those first 2 items to get going. Because with the help of Track, they can get that gold very quickly. And even being on the side of Union Gaming, even being on the side of Dire, that helps because then they have easy access to Roche, which would be nice. And I'm curious if that's going to come into effect here with their final pickup. Everyone is apparently hating my pronunciation of Isurus. Isurus. Whatever. I do what I can. It is what it is. Final picks to come here, but before that, we got to get the bans out of the way. And well, Union Gaming are going to look to ban out what could be the potential core pickup here. And someone preferably can go hand in hand with the nice defensive work of Dazzle and Shadow Demon. They could also go late game themselves. They could go for that very much more flank. They're actually going to go for an axe.
Radiant team ban.
What was it I was just seeing today? Who was saying it? Someone was saying the axe is primarily banned out when they have to go against the Lycan. Well, no Lycan's going to be involved in this one. That was actually the matchup of Liquid versus... what was it? EG earlier today. They kept EG kept banning out the Axe because they wanted to get a prime pickup of the Lycan and didn't want to deal with too much. And it's a smart choice, but they're actually going to ban it out here, and I'm very curious why. This might be... I mean, I guess Axe can work nicely against Bounty Hunter. If you do manage to catch any of them out under the Moonlight Shadow or Invisibility, then you can call them back together. So I guess it's a worthy ban. But it's not the core they really want. They need damage. They need late game. I mean, they got Centaur, but that's it. They need someone who can kind of bring it in the end and really hit hard. Take advantage of the initiation that Centaur Warrunner is going to be putting out there. And we'll see. First pick's going to go to Union Gaming, however. Milking the clock. My God, these teams milking the clocks. All right, a Kunkka grabbed up here. Mid lane Kunkka, I would have to imagine, and then we're going to possibly see a tri-lane put together of Mirana, Venomancer, Sand King, and there it is. I've been calling it every game, and they finally pull it out. The fullback Meepo, ladies and gentlemen, is going to make an appearance in this one. A bit of a gamble, I'd have to say, going against such heavy AoE with the boat, with the Venomancer ult, with the Epicenter. This is going to be rough, but if fullback can get the momentum to get this Meepo going, it can get out of hand real quick. I'm excited. This is great. Do I dare tweet this? No. I'm not that much of a sellout. For all of you still hanging on and watching, I hope you enjoy. But we're about to get underway here. This is the final game of tonight, ADL Season 2. I am Coddle Guy. I'm casting this one out here with you all solo, so I appreciate you guys hanging tough and being extra flamey towards me. I like that. Spanish apparently is a requirement. People are saying I have to be bilingual to be a caster. I did not read that on the job description when I tried to do this, so I'm not going to attest to that. And here we go, everyone. The obligatory pause, just because it's Southern American Dota. Everyone, we need to pause. We need to sing the national anthem. We need to have a prayer. Whatever. It's just something that seems to have to happen every time we start a game. If you're playing the drinking game, have a drink right now. But we're going to have to get things underway. And I really hate to do the introductions during a pause. I think that just kind of ruins the whole mojo. So I'm going to try to prolong it as much as possible. But hopefully this isn't too long of a pause. That would be unfortunate. But as you can see, it looks like Benjaz, who's going to be opting for the carry role once more, is preferably heading up to the top lane in that tri-lane we probably described. You can see Sand King and the Venomancer probably heading up that way. Bounty Hunter will go to his off lane, and etc, etc. But here we go. Finally, game is underway, and I'll just quickly start things off before we get another pause out. And for Isurus Gaming, Isurus is the Argentinian squad. It looks like leading out the front, or almost near the front. Skylar Gray playing your Shadow Demon. We got DDX playing your Puck. That's a tower, by the way. DDX playing your Puck. On Dazzle, we got Pepita. On Centaur Warrunner, we got Rodolfo. And of course, on the Meepo, we got fullback. For Union Gaming, we got Benjaz, or Benhaz, playing your Mirana, the Resplendent Queen. Cineral, help me, as he's having a real hard time apparently, is going to be playing your Kunkka in the mid lane. We got Jericho back on support as your Venomancer. We got a stand-in coming out, Nova, going to be playing your off-lane Bounty Hunter. And finally, your secondary support, we got Sand King, played by Zinderls, or preferably I will be calling Sand King for the remainder of the game. And I luckily got through the introductions, as there was, of course, another pause thrown out, like you do. But I guess we can analyze now as the lanes might begin to be situated here. We got Jericho and Sand King tucked away in the side shop here, maybe looking to spring the trap in what could be an early aggressive tri-lane. And this would be pretty devastating if they do manage to catch up the Meepo this early. The G's are called out. We will finally get this game underway. And it looks like Shadow Demon's going to make a long rotation, potentially all the way up to the top lane, alongside with the Dazzle. So a bit of an audible play, and ooh, Meepo might be solo in the bottom safe lane, and he might be in for a rude awakening here, as it's going to be an aggressive tri-lane coming out, at the start at least, from Union Gaming. And if fullback hands over a first blood here in the bottom lane, it can be pretty morally devastating. Very defeating, at least. Because with a Gale and with a Burrow Strike, he already leveled up. It shouldn't be that much work. Meepo's pretty weak. I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this at all, Meepo. But here we go for the side of Isurus to get an early haste here and looking to maybe play some aggression here on Kunkka, but that's not going to matter. Oh, here we go. Meepo pushing far forward. Oh, God. Fullback. Oh, no. Here we go. Can they get it done? Running forward. Can they get the Burrow Strike? They catch it. Gale to follow, and now the auto attacks. He does not have Earthbind. He only has Poof. Can he make it to the safe of the tower? Does one poof and maybe he'll get someone on the way back out? Oh, yes, he does. But he hands over the first blood to Bounty Hunter in exchange. Does manage to get a support down in the end, but doesn't get to have any of that sweet XP for it. It's better than nothing. It's better than just the 1 feed off, but he is forced to quickly, promptly use the advantage of that little bit of gold to TP himself back to the bottom lane, and now Jericho will make the full rotation all the way up to the top lane. Maybe on the way over, he'll do a little bit of harassment, but he wants to be up at the top, and it looks like they're actually running a dual lane of their own here, Isurus. They're not going to put the Centaur solo. Instead, they're going to run them side by side with the Dazzle, with Wave picked up first here. They're looking to make a go. Burrow Strike has a bit of defense here, but they have the leap. They'll leap over the woods and be able to get away. Benjaz quickly steps back and avoids any danger, and they just don't seem to have enough lockdown to stop her from leaping away just yet. And it's going to take a lot of poison touch levels to get it going, and I don't think they're going to find whatever kill they're looking for. I'll go ahead and finally pop up the last hit deny chart, which I'm sure some of you have been seething over. Leading the front is going to be Puck. 8-3, Isurus' DDX doing a fine job. He's actually been doing a really good job all night. Whether it's the Puck or the Storm Spirit, he's finding the kills he wants. He's getting good pickoffs, but it's everywhere else it just seems to fall apart. And I mean, we'll see if he can pull it back together. Sidesteps a Torrent, quickly joints off to the side, and we'll have to take the long road all the way back to the mid lane, and the DD will actually be picked up.
Most welcome.
Oh, the overlay's still up. Everyone is probably screaming at me right now. Oh, Lord. Oh, boy. It's been a long one. We need to put it to bed. Everyone is freaking out right now. Oh, God, but I don't want to address it just yet. They're making a go in the meanwhile and quickly rip apart Jericho. And they want more here. Oh, they end up taking down the Shadow Demon. And now on the run back, Dazzle desperately throws out the Shallow Grave to get away from this one, and will be able to with the help of TP. Wow, a lot of aggression coming out. Last game it was very slow at the start. Now 5 kills in. Arrow to fly. Catches on Zerto. Centaur. Going to be caught out with a Gale as well, and a Torrent. Orb to fly in, but it will not be enough for DDX to help out. And now 4 kills in favor of Union Gaming. They get one back, making it 3-4. DDX, though, committing a little too much. Will not have the mana to get out and falls as well. 3-5. We just keep it going here. And meanwhile, the bottom lane, fullback. I got it. Thank you, everyone in the chat, just letting me know. Don't worry. There's a bit of delay. You'll get to see the sweet and delicious map. I wasn't hiding too much from you, hopefully, but we'll hopefully get it underway. Fullback now acquiring his second Meepo, moving on to level 5. Unfortunately, handed over that first blood, but trying to get back at it and hopefully looking to carry back his team, while Union Gaming don't want him to get that opportunity. Kunkka is going to be able to scout out an illusion room on the bottom, and all the meanwhile Meepo pulling out the poofs, manages to get a quick pick off on Bounty Hunter. Wow. Oh no, I had that completely ass backwards. Bounty Hunter gets a quick pick off on Meepo. God, it's been a fantastic late night so far. Fantastic. Meanwhile, top lane, Zerto and Dazzle still hand in hand, trying to find what they can and not allow Mirana to get too much farm. She's only sitting at a measly little 11-2, so not as much as she would like, and DDX eating a bit of punishment here. That Tidebringer doing lots of AoE splash damage, making things very tricky, and now Kunkka at level 6 has the boat available with the help of X marks the spot. I don't know if it's going to be enough to properly lock down DDX, but he can certainly make a go at it. In the meantime, Shadow Demon's going to find his own rotation to the mid lane. He's still only level 2, but with a Disruption and Soul Catcher, it might be enough. Throws the Soul Catcher behind and will get it. A boat to fly out, actually throws it forward very nicely, but the shift will happen. Coil catches out Kunkka. Kunkka trying to make a run, but it's not going to be enough. He actually runs away. The Soul Catcher is just not enough, and Kunkka will just make the long trip back to the base, but it's a small victory nonetheless for DDX to find some extra time for CS, but they don't manage to take him down. Oh my god, the overlay is still up on for you guys. That is unbelievable. I really blew that one. Oh well.
Dire's middle
Pings
tower
are out.
is
They
under
know that
attack.
Jericho is potentially nearby here and in the woods, but Zerto doesn't care, pushing well forward on his Centaur, Stout Shield and Boots in hand. Should be able to avoid any sort of heavy punishment coming his way, but they're going to look to make something happen to Mirana. Do they have enough lockdown? Nope, they can't time it properly, and she will spaz leap herself out of there. And we'll be able to step back and get away. So, as expected, just not quite enough lockdown. And even though Meepo now has been taken down twice, he's leading the front as far as last hits, 35-7. As he gains more Meepos, he'll spread the farm even further. And I doubt they fixed the net worth, right? Or did they? 2288. It's hard to tell just yet.
Denied.
Top lane, Jericho, now using the benefit of the pole camp, trying to get a little extra CS towards their favored Mirana here. Trying to get the farm, gets her Aquila together, but now looking to build forward into her phase boots. She actually has it if she wants to quickly buy it. If she can manage to get herself into the side chop, which she's looking for right now, she can finish out that phase boots. There's the overlay. I know. Yep, everyone finally. Yep, alright, let me have it. I know. Sorry, guys. I get it. Alright, Bounty Hunter making a go in the meantime on Meepo once again with the help of the Track Torrent. And the X marks the spot. A big boat to fly, but nice movement. Poof! And where did he go? He gets out and back to the baseline and gets away fullback with a nice maneuver to avoid the boat, but you can't say the same for Shadow Demon and Dazzle, as they both might fall. Another track to fly out here. In the meantime, Benjaz does get a killing spree, but I don't want to divert away. As you can see, Dazzle does end up being taken down. And a quick props to Ice Cold Freezy for his item drop right there. But yeah, top lane as well. Benjaz finds a pickoff on the Centaur. Once they noticed that both the supports had made the rotation to the bottom, they knew Centaur was alone, and Meepo, quick poof, sends in his friend, trying to make a run into the jungle, and will live again. DDX, my god! He's got a rabbit's foot or something up his ass. He manages to step away with a bit of luck.
Top tower is under attack.
And they managed to pick off a couple with the help of Puck. Unbelievable. Good work. This is what Meepo needs to get back and get going here. 42 and 12 CS for him. Puck right behind him at 40 and 6 CS. And then finally you have Mirana at 35 and 7. Phase boots obviously now complete. And they're just going to try to continue to keep the creep equilibrium in their favor. What the hell? Everyone wants the overlay back? No, that ain't going to happen. Yeah, it will. No, it won't. It's not going to happen. Mid lane, Kunkka looking to hold strong here. As he will have to contest against the Puck, who does have a little bit more farm for himself. Kunkka's 24 and 6. DDX is definitely putting in work as far as CS, but Kunkka's been a little more mobile. They've actually both been pretty mobile, but Kunkka's been around the block a few times here. So that's sitting at a little level 8. Puck about the same. 17 seconds, he's got Coil to work with. Kunkka already with everything online, has a nearby Bounty Hunter if they want to make something happen, and there's no sentry down, which I think is a bit of a mistake. They need to start getting some sentries down. They got to know that Bounty Hunter now wants to look to try to get some objectives, try to get some kills. He's going to scout out Meepo here, who's been farming up this double stack. A quick couple of poofs. He will not have that available to go against the Bounty Hunter, and there's one ping. I don't think it's going to be enough. He's going to make a go on the lower one here. There goes the track, but one quick Earthbind, and he should be able to step away. And oh, another Earthbind. Fullback is no joke with this Meepo. He can micro him with the best of them. But meanwhile, they're making a go in the meantime. Kunkka getting caught with the coil. Boat will fail as it steps off to the side. And it looks like they might just have to throw their hands up in the air and step back. They will. With the help of Moonlight Shadow, they avoid any further danger and pull themselves out. Mirana continues to find her farm in the top lane. Going against the Centaur. Oh, here we go. Bounty Hunter. They need the vision. Meepo obviously going to go right forward for the Aghanim Scepter. The more Meepos, the merrier. proper detection here? Let's go, guys. Let's get a dust on hand. We got to make sure we take care of this bounty hunter. But bottled up regen here for Kunkka. And he will step back. And unfortunately, DDX will not have the luxury. And now with an empty bottle in hand, might have to force to set it off. And there's the dust we were asking for in case they want to make a go. They quickly ping out the bounty hunter. If they catch him out, this should be a free and easy kill. Meepo is tracked up, but he's taking the track far to the side, not showing the puck. There we go. Bounty hunter with little mana to work with, but still looking to scout things out. They don't see the puck yet, but there goes the jump in. Puck's got to get here. Puck's got to get here. Big epicenter won't matter. Meepo gets ripped apart immediately, and that's the thing we were worried about. Meepo picking into heavy AoE is just not going to work out. And Meepo quickly gets taken down with just a single epicenter, and plus the extra track gold. Unbelievable. Uh-oh, Benjaz with a simple TP gets away from a coil. Carry your TPs, everyone. It's very, very crucial. Not even just against your Bloodseekers. You never know when a quick TP will save you. Bottom lane with the assistance of some wards. Jericho, Citadel, and Nova will just swat away at this tier 1 tower. And they will be able to take it down. That is your first tower takedown of the game, going in favor of Union Gaming. Looking at the gold graph, obviously that will help. It pushes them towards the 3K gold lead. And as far as net worth goes, Murano leads the top. Meepo, the true Dark Horse core for Isurus, is at 4,100. I'm not sure yet if that is, oh god, a flub. But top lane, they're making a go. Desperate Shallow Grave saves Puck in the meantime, who quickly joints away. They're trying to run out with the help of the Centaur ultimate here. But Benjaz is on the hunt. Puck TP's out, but a few more right clicks, he gets it. Benjaz just orb walking down. The Centaur, very nice. I guess it's not technically an orb walk, but he is walking and attacking, which does take a little bit of skill. Your common player would just kind of sit there and throw off some attacks and then quickly get behind, but Benjaz, oh wow, arrow catches across on the Shadow Demon. Oh god, that was a bit of a throwaway. Fantastic job though catching the arrow, and will hand himself over. 5-12, it has been a hard night for Isurus Gaming, to say the least. Oh god, and it does not get any easier. Oh, Bounty Hunter. Just the real thorn in the side for fullback right now as he continues to scout out the jungle and not give anything easy. And this has got to be devastating mentally right now for Isurus. They fall again. It's so bad. They actually get a quick run back though. DDX, with the help of the coil, try to catch someone out, but Moonlight Shadow will be popped. Dust as well though. Centaur looking to make the run in, has the blink, double edge. Gets him taken down, still has a hoof stomp, but they can't quite catch up to the Kunkka, who does not have the dust anymore and will pull back. Hipster Grandpa, by the way, quick shoutouts to you. Common Chatter, congratulations on your item. Meanwhile, Dazzle trying to throw out the healing wave. Shadow Poison to follow. Trying to catch out the Sand King here. One more. And now he has the, oh god, whiffs the hoof stomp. Unfortunately, they immediately pull back like, oh god, I hope they didn't see that. Steps back instead, and meanwhile up above, Jericho is duking it out here with the Shadow Demon, who's just way out of position, but with the help of a Shallow Grave coming out from the low ground and Puck jumping up, they actually get it done! Citadel, help me indeed! Throws out a Desperation Bolt, but uses the buff to try to get away. Now desperately running Orb. Oh god, don't walk into it. Oh! Catches him out! One quick right click and Kunkka can't get away. Nice pickoff from them, and nice Shallow Grave coming from the low ground on Dazzle. 10-14 now for Isurus, and determined as always, fullback returns his Meepo back and into the jungle here, hoping that a nearby Bounty Hunter will not be around, and Bounty Hunter's busy in his own jungle trying to find his own farm. He's actually level 11. This Bounty Hunter, the king of net worth right now. He's actually going to go with an early Orchid build. I like it. I like it a lot. If he gets the upper hand and makes a move on the Puck, the Shadow Demon, or anyone else, it's going to be a free and easy kill and free and easy track gold for the rest of his team. Meanwhile, 3 components in. Actually now has the Aghanim's complete when he wants it, and he wants it now. Fullback making the run to the secret shop, and here comes another Brethren Meepo. Boom. And just like that, he's got 4 to work with. Now if he looks to build into a Blink Dagger, maybe he can find some kills for himself. That wouldn't be too shabby, but it's a tall task to ask for. As it looks like Benjaz is now deterred away from the top lane and is ready to make something happen here. 10 more seconds, and I will miss a kill. That's what's going to happen in 10 seconds. And they get a quick pick off in the bottom lane. Bounty Hunter does show up, however, and quickly finds a pick off for himself, moving on to a killing spree and enhancing his net worth even further. Second Oblivion Staff online, building towards that Orchid. Actually, is that the Orchid on the way? Holy shit, he's got an Orchid already. Okay, very nice. Uh-oh, possibly coming in from behind, though, is an Epi and a boat. Very nice combo coming out. Rips apart two. And Centaur will probably fall as well. Oh god, fullback shows up a little late, but whoa, the poofs! Can he get more poofs? He takes down one, but they focus down one. There's the track, there's the Shuriken, and fullback falls. That's a 5-man takedown at the end of the day, and Union Gaming can look to push forward and take down this tier 1 tower, and god, it's rough for Isurus Gaming. 5k gold lead coming out now for Union. Unreal. There they are, tier 1 tower acquired. The final tier 1 for Isurus Gaming. Bounty Hunter doesn't want to give up. There goes a blink, but they don't see him. Or sorry, there goes a dust, but it's out of range. They don't see the Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter's going to just step back. Too many here in the mid lane to make a jump on. And no epicenter to work with here. Mirana is nearby. Oh god. Oh boy. This is a free and easy kill. Arrow catches on Centaur, could not have asked for a better situation, preventing him from jumping in and helping out. Very nice, quick and clean pick off for him. And a Moonlight Shadow for Benjaz. Nice hoof stomp, but it's not going to be on the mark. A bit of a guess. Now we'll leap across and get away. They can't quite catch up, but they're now looking to make a go and will take down the Sand King. And orbed across as they want to be able to get Jericho. Jericho was under the Moonlight Shadow, but does step back and will be caught out as he drops a ward. Poofs to come in from fullback, who does get the kill. They take down 2 at the end of it. Oh, here we go. Bounty Hunter, though, still scouting. Oh, there we go. Making a go on the one lone Meepo here. Oh, can they get the poofs? They get the poofs from the rest! Oh, nice! I don't know, Bounty Hunter. That's what happens when you try to take toe-to-toe with a Meepo who's out and alone. Doesn't even matter. Poofs everyone right back in and instantly bursts down the Bounty Hunter. Very nice. Is it enough for fullback to come into his own? I don't know. He's got 2k gold. If he finishes out this wave in the next one, he'll have a Blink Dagger if he wants to grab it right there in the side shop. But for now, the rest of his team are looking to push the high hill and maybe try to get their first tier 1 themselves. Uh-oh. Burrow strike from across the street as they try to make a go on Centaur, but maybe he quickly realized there was just too much of Isurus nearby, and they're just trying to create a lot of tension in the mid lane and hope that fullback can find the farm on the side. Citadel in the meantime, rotating all the way up top as the Kunkka. Been doing a great job laying out the torrents and some proper boats and getting things going. They have a lot of AoE to work with, and that becomes very crucial when you have to go against this Meepo. And it's really going to test fullback skills. He doesn't want to cluster these up too much at the inappropriate time because he may be able to get a quick pick off on a lone little support or maybe a lone little Kunkka or something. But if Sand King's nearby, he'll make a jump in with that epicenter, and you're going to have nothing left. And well, fullback might instead look to build into... Wow, he actually goes... He's going to go with the Ghost Scepter build. Wow. So he's going to go potentially shotgun build. I think I've seen him even do this once before. That adds a lot of damage coming out. I wanted to see if it was magic or not, but they're actually making a go on the mid lane here. They quickly rip apart the Venomancer, but now on the way back, they're trying to catch Benjaz with the Purge. He's making a run down, but will be able to get away. And meanwhile, Bounty Hunter gets a quick pick off on Puck. I hope you wanted me to be everywhere aside from where the action was, because I did that pretty nicely. But now with the Moonlight Shadow, they pop the dust. Oh no, Dazzle has nowhere to go to avoid that arrow. Gets caught out. Shallow Grave in the meantime, but it will not be enough. One more right click, he does end up falling. Meanwhile, down further south, it does look like fullback catches out and quickly takes down the Sand King, but here comes the heavy AoE. Torrent and boat to fly out. Citadel might be in trouble here. They go with a big poof, but it will not matter. Meepo does end up falling, and it is a 5-man takedown once again for Union Gaming. And now with the help of a DD, they can just look to push in. Well, DD expires right there, but the DD did help in the fight, I suppose, as they do look to push and take down the tier 2 tower. Unbelievable. So, Union Gaming actually not going to commit in the meantime. Instead, pull all the way back. They'll see an illusion room in the top. Roshan does stand. Did they have the damage to take it down? Probably not, but I guess they'll just take what they can and pull back and feel pretty confident with just the nice solid 5-man takedown. And what I was going to talk about before is a Meepo going Ghost Scepter. Most likely straight into the shotgun. It's the Gemini, right? Or the Geostrike that has heavy magic damage. Oh god, here we go. They're making a jump in once more. Bounty Hunter behind enemy lines trying to get a quick pick off, but with the help and defensive disruption, it's not going to matter. They quickly burst and take him down, so a bit of greediness coming out here from the stand-in, but he will end up falling. Space created, if you will, though. Benjaz taking it home on the top, but eats a hoof stop, jump in double edge. But even that's not enough to take down Milady. Marana got plenty of life to work with. A Manta already on hand brings her well above near 1,200 life, so a measly little double edge is not going to be enough this go-around. God, can I finally see what the hell I was talking about here? I mean, I know I'm unfamiliar with Meepo. We don't get the luxury of seeing a Meepo picked up from time to time, but the Ghost Scepter does benefit his magical damage output, and it can do a lot. I just don't know what the hell the magical damage is. It doesn't clearly put it there. Ah, whatever. For fuck's sake, you know what the hell we're talking about. Sand King nearby will be scouted out, possibly, by Fullback, but Fullback's trying to find his own farm, and it's not quite there. Moonlight Shadow. Sand King knows that there might be something happening nearby. There goes an Obs Ward, but they don't. Oh, the Sentry now will see it. Oh god, they know. There it is! Jump Hoof Stomp. They're going to quickly catch out with a dust. Very nice turn of events, but though Centaur does eat the arrow, they do hand over the kill to Fullback, which actually ends up working out pretty nicely. So what Union Gaming thought would be a nice jump ended up blowing up in their face as Shadow Demon planted a very nice Sentry Ward to catch him out, and now Bounty Hunter might walk past the same Sentry Ward. He's got to be careful. Shadow Demon's de-warding a bit here, but he might be caught out by this Bounty Hunter. He can take him down real quick before anyone can show up. There's the track. There's the Orchid. 1, 2, 3. Oh, he gets saved with the wand, and he doesn't commit because now backup is here. A jump and hoof stomp from Centaur, and he pulls back. Oh no, Shadow Demon did fall. I'm dumb. Orchid. Orchid ended up doing it. Derp. Whatever. Orchid was enough to take him down. He didn't have to bother committing for another attack. So job well done. They pick up the extra track gold, and as you can see, it's been paying off for him. 7,500 gold lead for Union Gaming. Mid lane Sand King. Blink Dagger acquired. Now Helm looking to possibly build forward into the Veil. We were expecting that the last game go around, but not that time. This time though, the extra magic damage will benefit, especially with the Venomancer on the team. Why not, right? And for the Bounty Hunter, he completes his Desolator. This is a grossly farmed Bounty Hunter who definitely needs a pause, unfortunately. Him and Marana, both leading the front in net worth, 10k. And look at this, Meepo right behind. And I only say look at this because Meepo is actually on the top of net worth. It's not bugged anymore. Usually with a Meepo in the game, the net worth would be bugged. And I guess it'd be only looking at one of the Meepos, and he always would have like the lowest net worth, like 2k or something like that. But this time you can see he's actually near 10k. It's third, but he's trying to make something happen. He's definitely the dark horse for his team. He's trying to put the team on his full back. I don't know. 2,600 gold. He's lingering near the side shop. A blink is still possible, but I feel like he's more on the back pedal. He's more on the defensive than he can even bother being offensive. I think he might just kind of will try to turtle shell up, build up a lot of farm, maybe build up a lot of, you know, like a heart or something, more durability for all his Meepos, and then try to pull the game back. But the question becomes, is by that point, is it going to be too late? Now with Sand King picking up that Veil, his Eppies and the Venomancer Ultimate's going to do so much work on the Meepo, even with all of his extra life coming out with the Scepter or whatever else he has coming his way. It's going to be devastating. And heaven forbid he mistimes his Ghost Scepter, because that would be terrible. He'll blow up instantaneously. And for Jericho, level 8, support Venomancer. I'm just going to go through all the heroes because we're on another girthy pause, it seems. So drink up if you're playing the drinking game at home. Venomancer looking to build up a Bracer on the side. Maybe just a reliable Bracer for a little bit of extra life. Nearby Citadel, he's looking to go with a BKB, a nice smart choice there. You're gonna, prevent a lot of that additional magic damage coming out, the disruptions, the puck, what have you. Even the hoof stomp initiation to come. Very nice item to have. And for Mirana, after the Manta style, near 2k of gold available. We'll see what she decides to go from here. If she wants to go a little more survivability, or what, or maybe just a little extra damage. Maybe a butterfly or MKB for herself. Who knows at this point? I mean, Desolator is something that people consider, but Bounty Hunter already has a Desolator, so it's not really needed. And we'll see. Fantastic stuff. And for Isurus, as we check over what the hell they're working with here, got a pretty underfarmed Shadow Demon working at level 7, just kind of sticking to his Warthorse self. And I hope that would mean that Centaur looks to build into a mechanism, because it's very clear that the Shadow Demon is not going to be able to get it. Alright, I did see confirmation now from someone. It's the poof. It's the poof that adds the magic damage that makes a shotgun build work so well. And if it's something he builds into, hopefully he has the right opportunity to get it done, because Isurus have been in desperate need of trying to get a victory, and if they can do it on the back of a Meepo, that would just be very nice. But they're looking to scout out this top. In the meantime, Benjaz lingering nearby, and now Bounty Hunter looking to run in. They don't have vision, it seems. There's a sentry, though. They do see it. He jumps into a world of hurt as Isurus Gaming right on it with the sentry wards. Quickly take one down. Actually, the prime pickup as it stands right now for Union Gaming might look to push into this tier 1 tower. Mirana and Kunkka are nearby. They can try to prolong it as long as possible, but there is TPs available. Nope, no TP on Sand King, unfortunately. He has to run to the side shop if he wants to be a part of this top fight. And fullback, obviously, he's not going to have anything to do with this. He just wants to find his sweet farm. 3,300 gold for him, holding onto a lot of it. Still, though, Isurus committed. Centaur lingering on the outskirts, waiting for the right opportunity, maybe for a Moonlight Shadow or someone to run on through, and then quickly can make the jump. But they're not going to see it. They quickly scout out with the arrow. They see there's a haste rune at the top. She'll bottle it up for himself. And now fullback makes his rotation all the way up to the secret shop. They see a catapult their way. A very oddball catapult doing some nice scouting. Will be taken down. And Isurus will just have to kind of regroup in the meantime. Fullback commits up here to this point, but he needs to find some farm elsewhere. Goes right over to the Ancient Pit, but he needs to start dispersing these meepos around a little bit further. Send some back to the base to try to build up a bit. Let's see what his item pickup is going to be. He does complete the Ghost Scepter, so we'll see if he can get off some poof cannons here and make for a good showing. Meanwhile, Benjaz now building it to 2,700 gold for himself, still holding on to it. Meanwhile, mid lane, they're looking to make the jump, run right on forward, trying to catch out the Bounty Hunter. There's the hoof stop to follow. Puck is very low. There's a Shallow Grave to save. The boat will fly out, won't quite catch on a lot, but Shadow Demon will end up falling. So a support for a Bounty Hunter in the end. Very nice for Isurus Gaming, and Union unable to get more out of it, but they might look to make something happen here. Sand King blinks forward, has Epi to work with, and Veil online now, but the Brostrike will not quite catch. Same goes for the arrow. Will miss the mark. Ooh, an Earthbind. Try to catch him back, but it will not be there. Venomancer looking to scout things out with his wards. He will be able to make his quick escape, as Meepo will probably continue on and farm out the remainder of this jungle. Sand King lingers nearby, but they can't quite commit to anything yet, so Bounty Hunter does fall again. And now Kunkka does pick up his BKB. Looking to make some good use of that in the next fight and next go around here. But for Isurus, their next go around might be here in the bottom lane, where they want to try to take a tier 1 tower. They still got 2 more up, and that's a lot of gold that potentially could be coming their way. And for a game that's still in favor of Union Gaming, they could use the extra tower gold. So it looks like that's next on the agenda here. But they have no sentries down. They're looking to make a go. They scout out the Centaur on the side lane. Bounty Hunter is nearby. X marks the spot. There's the Torrent, but the boat will miss. Bad boat to come out from Kunkka, who also pops the BKB. but luckily they do quickly take down the Dazzle. X marks the spot, will take back the Shadow Demon, who throws out the self-disruption defensive, but he can't get away and ultimately gets taken down from Marana. And now with 2 down all day, Union Gaming are going to push on forward down this bottom lane. Fullback does not want any part of this fight, looking to find his farm elsewhere. Already near 3k gold again, man. This man can find some farm. But they might have to hand over all their towers in exchange for this time. They might have to accept the fact that they could lose all of their outer towers just to get Meepo to where he wants to be. And Meepo does get that Blink Dagger now. Quickly TP's in and blinks up to the north here, looking around the corner. Union Gaming throw down their own sentry and quickly remove a defensive observer ward. And now fullback looking to push on forward. Blink forward, trying to quickly take down Marana. Can't catch, and Marana will leap away. Now Bounty Hunter shows up. Can he step back with the help of a poof? But the boat shows up. He's trying to sidestep the boat, but he will get hit. And now with the power of that buff, they're going to look to try to take him down. Earthbind jumping by Centaur, trying to lock him in place. A big burrow striking at Epi is more than enough to clean up the rest of the Meepos. And now Marana is going to look to clean up what's left as Puck orbs across. Oh, Will actually joint to the opposing Ancient Pit. Sand King on the hunt in the meantime, tries to shift. Can he able to blink away here? No, he can't. The Sandstorm locks him in place, and will end up falling 4 down all day. Not the fight that Isurus had wanted. Maybe if he managed to get that quick pick off on Marana right over here, it would have gone a lot better. But unfortunately, Meepo gets caught out from the boat, as well as a big epicenter, which they had nothing to stop it. So we were expecting the AoE to be a huge factor against this Meepo, and we're starting to see it. And it sucks, because I know a lot of people are probably rooting for the Meepo to get back in this one. I know I am. I know I am. I don't mean to be too biased, but
tower is under attack.
It's hard to avoid, and now Meepo might need to consider building a little more life for himself. Maybe look to build into a heart or something. He needs more durability to be able to withstand all that heavy AoE coming out. And in the meantime, Union Gaming going to try to take down the big bad Roche. Not the biggest amount of damage in their favor to work with, but it should be enough to quickly take them down, and it doesn't look like Isurus Gaming really know this is happening. Instead, they're throwing up some defensive ward vision to try to just get a little bit more control back for themselves and in their jungle. So many sentries out. And as you can see, Roshan will be cleaned up. The Marana will be handed the Aegis and will migrate herself down and through the jungle, while the rest of Isurus Gaming are just kind of lingering around here at the top. And it looks like Bounty Hunter might consider going on a bit of a... Uh-oh. Scouted out. There's a sentry, but no! Fullback misses the mark, but will catch it the second time around. You can't stop that. Yeah. A nice convenient sentry. Will see Bounty Hunter, and doesn't catch the first Earthbind, but the second one does land, and that's more than enough to quickly rip apart the Bounty Hunter. And now tracked up, they see the Meepo train heading its way up to the top, and the rest of Union Gaming will quickly clean up a tier 2 tower on the bottom lane. Isurus grab that tier 1 tower, that little bit extra gold, and just looking to continue actually pushing on this top lane, while the rest of Union Gaming will just kind of take the farm on the way out. Some will rotate all the way back to the base, but no real commitments from either side just yet, and instead we'll look to disperse and continue farming. Now over the 10k gold lead coming out for Union Gaming here. I mean, it comes down to, is Meepo one of those heroes that can put the team on his back and just kind of take it back for him? They might be able to catch out a Sand King here. Sand King out on his own. Puck is nearby. There's the blink in. The orb. And they didn't even need that. Before it can even migrate over, the Dazzle Bomb, with the help of the healing wave and all the Meepos, didn't have a chance. Quickly rip apart the Sand King, and now they have numbers. 4 versus 5. Fullback scouting things out. Will see Citadel. They're looking to poof away here. The boat will catch on one, and now they're going to try to go to town. There's the Gale. Can they rip apart this one Meepo? Meepo brought back with the help of the X marks the spot, and they do ultimately take him down. Meanwhile, down below on the riverside, they're trying to clean up the rest of Isurus Gaming. They're on the hunt back. They quickly take down a ward on the way out. Arrow will fly, will not catch on anyone, and Dazzle will take the high ground. And he might be forced to pull out the Shallow Grave to get away from this one. He has a TP. Maybe if he quickly threw it out, he can get it out here because... Oh no, X marks the spot is nearby. Wouldn't matter. So Dazzle will have to kind of prolong as long as possible, but will take down, and Meepo did fall. So Union Gaming feeling pretty confident still. still with an invis bottled up and ready to go. Mjolnir on hand. Benjaz feeling very confident right now. With the help of a Manta, they should be able to clean up this tower relatively easy. Meeple's got another 13 seconds till he's back and into the mix. But the pushes will continue. Oh, Sand King trying to create some space. A fantastic epicenter right in the middle of the trees just to make sure there is no termites or anything out. But the quick blink burrow strike actually ends up getting himself killed. And now Bounty Hunter gets a quick cleanup kill of his own. With additional track gold coming his way, they take apart the Shadow Demon. A 1-for-1 trade of supports. But they also lose the tier 2 in the mid lane and take no damage. No damage at tier 3, but they do lose the tower. Look at this, looking to push the creep waves very far forward and add a lot of pressure to the bottom lane here. Fullback is back, pushing on up and through, farming up the Ancients on the way out. And a BKB now complete on the Bounty Hunter. Something that most Bounty Hunters will go for first before going all this heavy damage, but now Bounty Hunter finally picking it up, and that's going to make things a lot better when you have a lot of poofs coming your way. As he's fallen victim to, rather, a couple of times, so we'll see. Benjaz now pushing the top in his own right, and nearby Dazzle just lingering. Maybe they're going to look to make a jump happen. They have to have an appropriate amount of lockdown with a blink and Earthbind and a puck. Maybe they can get it done here, but she's invis. Oh, there she appears. There's the bottle. There's the blink. There's the coil. There's the Earthbind, and no, that was not an illusion. That was Mirana, and she's gone. She's gone dead. That was ruthless. Do not count out Isurus Gaming just yet. They can find their quick pickoffs and get it done. So you might want to start enforcing the buddy-buddy system here on Union Gaming. And don't venture out too far on your own. And Dazzle finally making the move to grab up the gem for the team. And I like this. Now Bounty Hunter can't feel as free to just kind of scout and roam around and, you know, get all that information. Plus you're also going against the Moonlight Shadow and even the Sandstorm. That's a lot of invis. And having the gem for all that, plus ward control, would be very nice. And, well, they're looking to control and shut down Shadow Demon here. Shadow Demon steps back, though, throws out the Purge, and here comes Centaur making the long run in. But Sand King trying to make a diversion. The Purge will slow him down. There's the Hoofs off double edge. Will he be able to get away from this one? Desperate Burrow Strike, but he will end up falling. And Bounty Hunter ends up getting taken down on the top part of the river as Fullback has shown up in the meantime. Now looking to scout out. It's not going to be Roche time just yet, but Fullback finding another pickoff for himself. And now pushing forward. Things could get scary soon. This Meepo, if he builds in a lot more life for himself, he can be a bit out of control. Each Meepo, well over 2k life. Benjaz trying to make something happen on his own, throws out an arrow, but that's only going to catch one, and the rest of them are going to push down this tier 2.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Lord Almighty, there goes the weave, making the Meepos even harder to take down as they continue to push forward as both the Bounty Hunter and the Sound King still down. Big torrent catches, but no boat to fly out just yet. You still have Puck with that Dream Coil, but they can't stop this. The Meepos are just running rampant in the base, ripping apart everything in their way. Now they're going for the racks. There's the boat, there's the torrent. This is the effort they have to try to stop this. There goes a very nice ultimate from the Venomancer. Meepo's going to be withered down here, but some quick poofs to fly out and a nice shallow grave on the lowest Meepo, but it will not matter as the epicenter returns. Sand King from the dead ends up cleaning out the Meepo. But I guess you could say objective complete as Isurus do get one of the Raxes down. The rest of them going to look to disperse in the meantime, try to get away without handing anything over. Centaur nearby, blink, and will TP out. And I think Union Gaming know that this game isn't as easy as they had hoped for. They're quickly cleaning out the waves and quickly trying to push forward. And maybe try to push the high ground here in the mid lane. But I would have to imagine Meepo does have a buyback. Maybe at least they can bait out the buyback. If they can bait out the Meepo buyback, that might be a mini victory for them. Look at this. Even Mirana pulling out the BKB. We've had enough of this poof shit. Alright, we need BKBs. And now, pestering from below. It looks like Fullback is not going to use the buyback. He only has 15 seconds left, and clearly they will not be able to push the high ground in time. There goes the orb. Just trying to clear the wave out as much as possible. The track will go out on Dazzle. There goes the jump in. Coil only on one. Miranda will snap the coil here and get stunned out in the meantime, but Bounty Hunter shows up with the help of the BKB. Poof isn't doing too much, but that will not stop the right clicks, but another boat to fly out. Very nice ultimate from Centaur. Will have him get out of the way just in time, but Meepo is very low and he will end up falling. A quick buyback. Very nice choice to be able to get right back into the mix. Bounty Hunter falls, so it is 1-for-1 in the end, but Meepo is right back in it if they want to make something happen, and it looks like Isurus might try to get anyone they can on the way out. If anyone they take down, they might be able to help them out in getting another full push going their way. Mirana is very low, but with the help of an urn, will be able to escape. Nice burrow strike in the meantime, and arrow will shut the Centaur down. It looks like DDX does blink forward, lays out the silence. Will quickly shift out, but it looks like Union Gaming are doing a nice job kiting around and getting away from any danger, and poor little fullback pulls out the buyback. It doesn't really make anything of it. They might need to consider coming together. They're going to get this tier 2 at least. They got to make something of it. They're going to look to push this bottom tier 2 tower and make the best of it.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Meepo blinking forward, trying to scout things out. Quickly bursting down the creep wave, and now we'll look to go to town on the tier 2 tower. Take it down with ease.
Bottom tower has fallen.
Unfortunately, though, with the buyback, Meepo probably would have had his next item online by now, and it's actually going to be an ultimate orb. An ultimate orb, you say? I wonder if this is a Lincoln's build? Not too sure. A sheep stick? Is that really necessary? It could be. They have a lot of BKBs, though. We'll have to see what he decides to do with that ultimate orb. Your guess might be as good as mine. I mean, it is a Meepo, for God's sakes. And Isurus look to pull back. Isurus are still on top as far as tower count is. They've got one Rax down in the mid lane, and they're not out of this one. Gold, what was once nearly a 14k gold lead for Union Gaming, is now just down to 10k. Still well ahead, but certainly not game ending. Roshan is up if either team want to go ahead and make a go at it. But Union Gaming not feeling very confident in making the go just yet. And I kind of want to see where the gem lies. It's with Sand King right now. That gem was formerly on the side of Isurus Gaming, but they don't have it any longer. And I wonder if I could see. I don't know if it shows me the cooldown of a gem or not, but if it is available, they should definitely consider picking up another one. Now a bit of that separate and farm here. For everyone watching, this is going to be the last game of the night. This is the second game of a 2-game series. No best of 3 here. If Isurus do manage to come out on top, there will not be a game number 3. We will be back tomorrow, however, for more ADL action. So be sure you stick around or follow the channel so you can see when we go live. For now, both teams just doing their own buddy-buddy farm system through their own jungle. Just looking to build up that next big item to really be a big factor in this one. Mirana's got 2,400 gold. I expect her to hold a bit of that for a bit of buyback, just to have that to fall back on in case things get a little too hairy. And for Bounty Hunter, he's looking to build up his own. He's got nearly 1,500 gold, so might want to wait till they have their second lives before they want to make something happen. And Kunkka with the Battle Fury. So we got some serious cleavage coming this way of Kunkka. No Crystallis style build, instead just more heavy splash, more wave clearing, and I guess more damage towards all the Meepos. And why not, right? For now, though, it might be time. They scout out the Roche. They hit it up with the arrow from the high ground here and a ward, and maybe they look to turn the corner and make a go at it. And as far as vision goes, Isurus do have the one ward right here, but I don't think they're going to be able to see too much if they try to sneak their way into the pit. There are some pings. They scout out. They see the ward here, and if anybody's trying to get it done with his own wards. Man, hefty pings, but they are going to commit on the Roche. Roche is now fallen below half-life, and it looks like Isurus are nowhere near to try to defend it. There goes Puck. Puck will orb. And I don't know if that was going to be enough to see what's happening here, but there's the Moonlight Shadow. Again, they get the Roche. Isurus Gaming not going to be too happy with this one. Fullback just still trying to find the farm in his own meantime. And, wow, it was going to be a Scythe. He gets the Sheep Stick. A lot of extra mana, a little extra lockdown to work with here. But there are a lot of BKBs. 2, 3. 3 BKBs picked up for Union Gaming that he has to try to work through. Union Gaming, using the momentum of picking up an Aegis, are going to instead try to even things up as they look to push down the mid lane and try to take the high ground in that precious set of racks right there. Fullback is committed to the top lane, but he does obviously have a Meepo lingering nearby in case he needs to poof in and make something happen. But for the rest of the squad, they might look to instead just slow push it out. Well, he's waiting. There goes a sheep on Benjaz. Benjaz eating a lot of damage, but she does have the Aegis. There goes an arrow. Will be sidestepped. Very nice. And she does not have a Moonlight Shadow. So fullback is going to continue to push on forward. It looks like they don't want to try to breach the high ground just yet. Oh, actually, oh, there it is. The jumping coil on 2. They're trying to make a go on Mirana. Mirana will lose the Aegis. Puck shifts all the way back. Will live and will quickly try to heal up so he can get right back into the fight, but they do pop the Aegis well outside the base in the meantime. There goes the arrow.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And Union Gaming might look to just take another swing at it now with no extra life to fall back on. There's the jump in from fullback trying to catch out the Mirana. Mirana eating a lot of damage in the weave to follow. Mirana ends up going down. That's 80 seconds of downtime with the big MP setter to come. But now Meepo, can he survive the onslaught that's coming his way? He takes down Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter with a quick buyback. Meepo does end up falling. But the rest of Isurus trying to clean out the rest of this defense. Jericho on the run. Runs through the trees. Dazzle ends up falling. Sand King trying to clean up the rest, and it does look like Venomancer ends up falling. 3 for 2 at the end of it. Dazzle buys back and gets right back into the mix, but regardless, the defense is there. They hold the high ground, or, well, they try to make the jump happen outside of the base, and Union Gaming take a big blow and can't quite commit to another push. So overall, a successful defense for Isurus Gaming. It probably would have been better if they didn't lose the Meepo, but it's becoming pretty apparent that Meepo is starting to pack a big punch here, and if Union Gaming lose too much, they might not be able to come back from it. Mirana, though, still holding on to her buyback. Same with Kunkka. They're not going to hand anything over. And they will have it to fall back on in case the aggression comes back towards them, and maybe Isurus Gaming look to make a push happen in their own right. Still no gem, huh? No gem. And it looks like for the time being, Isurus are not going to be able to make anything happen while the Mirana and Kunkka were taken down. What? Did that Mirana buy back at the end? No, she must have just bought an item. It looked like her timer went down really quick. No, she bought up a Chrysalis, it looks like. A little extra damage coming out, that's pretty nice. I mean, she's still pretty squishy, 1700 gold in comparison to everything that Meepo will be able to be putting out, as well as all the stuns and lockdowns to follow. As we saw in that previous fight, she could definitely go down. So it definitely just comes down to positioning. If Benjaz can find a nice outer position and just get some serious right clicks off, it would work out very nicely. But if she gets jumped on, it can be pretty bad. Now going to look to try to farm up that buyback gold before they commit to another fight. And I would imagine the same goes for fullback here. Fullback does have a buyback this go around. And I would imagine can look to move into maybe Boots of Travel and replace that instead of the Power Treads if he so chooses. I mean, I don't know if he wants to go for a full 6 slot. At that point, then, he can get the Boots of Travel and open up that 6 slot for something else. Would definitely be pretty beneficial, whether it's finally that heart or what. And for Union Gaming, they're going to just try to keep the waves pushed forward here in the bottom lane and try to keep Isurus Gaming suffocated into their base, not allow them to really push anywhere outside the base lines and try to get any sort of easy free farm, especially for the Meepo. For Dazzle, who makes the long mission behind to grab up this haste rune and just try to push up this top lane, just create a little bit of space. He might look to step back, though. They're actually looking to make a jump. They scout out and see Benjaz trying to do the Ancients. Oh no, Benjaz gets caught out! And they quickly take him apart, and now in the mid lane, the Purge to flat on Jericho. The jump in, Centaur rips apart the Venomancer, and just like that, 2 are taken down, and there is no buyback for Benjaz. Mirana cannot get back into this fight, and all 5 still stand, so desperately. Union Gaming looking to add pressure on the bottom lane and force Isurus back from pushing down the mid, but one fullback alone, caught out, epicenter to fly. Oh no, there's the boat. They're going to try to take on the one, but he quickly will be taken down. Oh my god, very nice work here. Both the Sand King and the Kunkka using the power of their AoE damage just rip apart the one lone Meepo, and it forces all the Meepos in the mid lane to have to pull back. He does have a buyback, but can't use it now. Maybe if they can add enough pressure in the bottom lane, they could force it out, but no, they won't. They'll pull back, and wow, what looked like a great opportunity for Isurus to add pressure to the mid lane and clean out the rest of the racks. Quickly blew up in their faces. Meepo was caught out in the bottom lane, unfortunately. Oh, poor pullback. Or pullback. Poor, fullback. Fortunately, he's going to have to wait around a bit. 20 more seconds, he'll be able to get right back into it. Lots of gold on hand, but he's looking to build up even more so he can have enough for that buyback and then for that final item. These teams are sweating it out. This is the last game of the night. Isurus fighting through blood and tears to try to get a victory under their belt. They've gone through a long streak of losses. They want to get something going, and if they can do it with a Meepo, that would make things just so much better. Look how long that X marks the spot is. Wow. Thank you very much, 6.81. X marks the spot on allies and on yourself. The time is doubled. 8 seconds at level 4. It's plenty of time to quickly TP back to base, heal up, buy something, and X marks the spot right back to where you came from. Which is a fun little pub tactic, and I think we can actually see time and time again from Kunkka. But now Isurus still held back and into their base while Union Gaming continue to pressure out all of the lanes. Very low and force back. Here goes the smoke though. It's worked for him before. Isurus Gaming looking to go on the aggressive end of things, looking to use the smoke to try to catch someone out here, but they don't see anyone just yet. Daedalus now complete on the Kunkka. This is going to be a big hit coming out from him. It was already hard enough before, but now Kunkka can bring a big punch. And if he hits a hard crit, that could bring Meepo down pretty fast. He's got to be careful. Still under the smoke, shifting around, trying to catch someone out here. They're actually pretty close to the bounty hunter. Oh, they don't see it. There's the blink. They see him on the end. There's the dust. The very long-range sweepstake is more than enough for fullback to show up and clean out the bounty hunter. Now, bounty hunter, no buyback available for him. 360 gold till he has it, so it's not looking too good. But if they take this tier 3 tower, he'll have it. Sand King looking to add extra pressure in the top lane, pulling Isurus Gaming back, not allowing him to have any opportunities to take advantage of these team fights, or these quick pickoffs rather, and make pushes happen. Instead, looking to push forward and see if they can catch out the Sand King, but Sand King under the Moonlight Shadow just shifts himself into the woods and would be able to get away. And once again, Isurus are not going to be able to capitalize on that quick pickoff of Bounty Hunter. And here we are, back again to square one, but this go around we got Roshan right back up. And well, we'll see if Union Gaming can use the advantage of the dire side to pick it up for themselves, scouting it out with the arrow, but Isurus are really close by here. They have sentries down, they see no one scouting out, they're looking to come in from the side, and Union Gaming, are they looking to run into the Roche pit? They pull Roche all the way out, but this would not be a smart time to make a go at it, and I think they know that. They pull up and above. Both teams will pull back. We're going to be back to this again. Both teams just kind of... Oh, nope, another smoke to come. Isurus just not letting up. It will work. Time and time again. We will find the pickoff, and then we will find the time to push. And here they go. Leading out the front will be Shadow Demon, but they got the Puck with the blink. They got the Centaur with the blink. They got him with the ultimate. If they see something, they will jump for it. Oh, Benjaz. Benjaz nearby. Running around the corner, though. Oh, if they turn the corner and go right back to the Ancients, they'll have a big pick-off. Instead, they make the jump ahead, and they want to quickly rip apart and take apart the Sand King, and they do so. Wow, 2 down real quick, 3 down all day. Unbelievable jumping coming out from fullback as he rips apart a bunch. Now Benjaz trying to hold up for the rest of the team. Pulls out the BKB, tries to right-click down anyone, but can't do it. But the buyback coming out from Sand King and the big epi. Will it be enough? Nice shallow grave on the one Meepo with very low life. Looking to pull back, but it doesn't matter. Meepo ends up falling in the end. Tremendous counter initiation coming up for Union Gaming as they stun and clean out the Centaur. Holy shit, 5 taken down all day. Union Gaming hold with the quick set of buybacks to get right back into the fight. Very promising start coming out from Union Gaming, but it was not quite enough, and now Union Gaming are going to shift over into the Roshan pit and take him down. Oh my god. And well, if they wanted to pressure the base, fullback does have a buyback, and so does the Centaur and Shadow Demon. So whew. They can bait back a couple of the buybacks here if they want in the bottom lane, while Mirana goes to town on the Roshan by herself. They're going to push the high ground. Will be enough to get it out here. With Bounty Hunter, they can do enough damage. There's one. Shadow Demon will come back out, and so will the Fortification. Quickly clearing out the ways with the help of the Burrow Strike, but now Shadow Demon doing what he does, or at least doing what he tries to do best. Oh my god. This game needs to end. Shadow Poison to fly out, but it will not matter. Quickly taken down, and the Courier! Oh, unbelievable. This might be all or nothing now for Isurus. This fullback makes his return and quickly blinks back. Earthbind on the creeps, trying to clear it out. They only lose the tier 3 at the end of it. They also lose a support, a dieback rather, from Shadow Demon, and also the Courier.
Let thy healing begin.
Nearly 6k gold now for fullback. Still a buyback available. He should have some gold if he wants to invest in something else to try to take it to the next level. A Lincoln Sphere going to be picked up though for Sand King. Oh man, now if they make the jump in, it's going to be that much harder to try to burst him down. But also, it's worthy to note for Union Gaming, some of these heroes do not have buybacks available anymore. The Sand King no longer. Same with Kunkka, same with the Venomancer. So instead, maybe Union Gaming look to prolong it even further and avoid getting in a tussle and risk not having a buyback. And it looks like the rest of them will do the same. They file out from the jungle and go right back to their side and right back to their continuation of farm war. For Isurus Gaming, oh, if he can make a quick jump, there's the Lincolns, but they followed up with a shotgun, and my friend, a Lincolns is nice, but it's not enough to stop all that. Quick work coming out as they quickly take down the Sand King, now at 100 seconds of respawn time. And nowhere near a buyback. 3 more minutes till they can get it going. So now Union Gaming have to decide if they want to try to pressure other lanes. They're doing it with a Mjolnir and an Illusion. Shadow Demon is here though, and with the help of his poison, he can try to clear out the waves very quickly. There's a very nice disruption there. We'll get the illusions in his favor, but here we go. The big push to come here. Can fullback do it? Can Isurus Gaming get the victory they've been wanting for so long as they consider the thought of breaking the high hill, but coming in from the side, flanked! The Kunkka with the X and the boat, but the Weave will come out in the meantime, and a BKB fight coming out from the Bounty Hunter trying to isolate one Meepo, and he will end up falling. Meepo goes down. He could buy back and get Boots of Travel and try to get right back into this one, but he will not do it, and instead, they manage to take down the Kunkka as well. Centaur on the run, pulls out the pipe, and Benjaz now looking to clean up, takes apart the Dazzle, looking for more. Nice arrow, will connect on Zerto. Zerto going to be ripped apart here. Centaur's tanky, but not tanky enough as he ends up falling, and now it's a 3 for 2 at the end of it. And Isurus still can't manage to break the base. Just getting caught out on the side from that Kunkka. Fantastic play, flanking them from being able to push the high ground. Lands a great boat, and a great X marks the spot, and they manage to, excuse me, isolate one Meepo and quickly take him down. Oh my lord, I have like indigestion or something. This is unreal. I guess I've been talking for a long time, right? Oh my god, it's 12:30. I started this at 7? Unbelievable. Well, I'm in it to win it right now, baby. We're approaching the 1 hour mark of this game. 42 and 51. 93 kills in this 60-minute game. Very action-packed. It's been a long time, but let's see who it's going to pay off for in the end. I mean, no real rat Dota really coming out from either team. I say that now, but Bounty Hunter is trying to be sneaky here as he ventures on through the jungle. Instead, we'll look to just kind of gain some information. But now he has an MKB and a lot of damage to work with. You put that with the track, and as long as they can focus down the proper Meepo, they can get it done. Dazzle's been trying his best getting the shallow graves on the one isolated Meepo, but it's been shown that it's been not quite enough, and Meepo still reserving his buyback. My game is starting to lag a bit. It would appear that the duration of this one is really starting to catch up with me, so hopefully we can withstand this bit of lag here and get to the end of this one. But now, there we go, he makes his investment. He is going to go for the heart. A Reaver now acquired. And I would imagine that he should have enough to complete the heart and have enough for buyback. Please excuse the very loud squeaky door. It's my wife, and, well, frankly, I guess I need to get some WD-40 on the goddamn thing, but I'll save that for later. Alright, here we go. Union Gaming, ready to add pressure to the bottom. An arrow starts things off. Pushes up the high hill. No tower to stop it out. Quick pop in the Manta here. There goes a disruption onto one, but it's not the right one as they're looking to clean out the rest of these racks. And let's see how Isurus can do to defend this. Jump in, coil. Catches out Mirana, but she's got the Aegis. The rest to fly in. The pipe will help out with that Venomancer ultimate, but fullback jumps in and eats a full Epi! The big Epi will rip apart fullback. Fullback not looking to buyback just yet, though. He needs to. But they lose the racks. If they shift it over to another lane, it's got to be all or nothing here. There's the buyback. As they look to go right for the jugular. Right for the throne. Now they step back. Blink in to come from Centaur. Lays out the stun. Lays out the blade mail to try to send some of the damage back. And Bounty Hunter actually doing a lot of damage to himself. Has to be careful. Will step back. And Meepo not getting in it yet. Meepo instead going right for the mid. Oh god, what is happening right now? An all-out base race, it would appear, as fullback is making a go right at the throne here, while the rest of Isurus Gaming are just trying to hold it in their own right. But there are TPs to come. Bad Jazz makes his return back. Somehow fullback manages to take out one tower, trying to poof out, but one gets stuck. Gets hit by the arrow. He actually takes down the Mirana somehow. There goes the Burrow Strike. There goes the Venom Arrow. So one more team, but they do manage to take down the Meepo. Wow. Valiant effort coming out from Meepo, trying to take it right to the end, but he does end up falling, and now he does not have a buyback, and that's 70 seconds where he will not be around. Union Gaming only don't have Mirana here. They still have a lot of heavy hitters. They have the Kunkka. They have the Bounty Hunter. They can still do this. Centaur, only 16 seconds to get right back into this one. Puck has got plenty more time and no buyback. No gold, no time. We'll see if this ends up being the beginning of the end. They need to get this push into the base very quickly. Fullback's got 45 more seconds before he's right back into this one. Dazzle holding the strong front. Get that early weave out, baby. Get the minus armor a-flowing. There goes the heal. Bounty Hunter pushing forward. There's the stomp, but the BKB will dodge it. Now here comes the boat. Should be able to catch, but the blade mail's there. Prevents a little bit of damage, and there's the shallow grave. They got to prolong this as long as possible before fullback gets back. They got to get this going. The tier 3 should be able to fall here, but can they get a second set of racks? The bottom of the base is also pushing in. Shadow Demon's trying to defend that out, and now the wards are slowly being placed down as they're trying to make something happen. There's the Blink and Burrow Strike. They quickly rip apart Shadow Demon. One more second. Fullback right back into the fight. Let's see if he can make something happen as he TPs off to the mid lane. And there we go, trying to catch out. Dazzle gets up with the shallow grave. They're going to get the Bounty Hunter. Will end up falling. The tier 3 goes down. No Rax's fall just yet. And it looks like the rest of Union Gaming will have to TP away from here, because if they all end up falling, we've seen it. Fullback is ready to make something happen with those boots. And for now, he's like trying to catch out Jericho. Jericho turning the corner here. Will put himself in. Oh, yes! Very nice. They see him. They got the ward. Was not the right nook to hide into, and unfortunately Jericho will end up falling. So now with 2 down, and a Bounty Hunter with a buyback, this is not going to be enough. Isurus will live to fight on another day. But this isn't enough to push. Sure, you can push in now and maybe bait out a couple of buybacks, but I mean, you're still going to have Bounty Hunter right back into the fight. There won't be a Venomancer, but oh, there will be a Venomancer, and oh, they have everyone. And I don't think they're going to commit to a push just yet. It is possible that this could be prolonged to the next Roche before we see another commitment coming out from both sides. And there's the Roche, and there's the ping coming out. Citadel knows it's up. And I don't know if Isurus are going to have the opportunity to move over and get it done. And Union Gaming also pinging out the Roche know that this is going to be a prime pickup here from both teams. And there we go. Quickly trying to clear back and using the help of the safety net with the X marks the spot. Oh, that hoof stomp. A bit questionable. But will not matter. Isurus do look to pull back in the meantime, and Union Gaming just kind of waiting it out and will not need to use the buybacks. So they still have buybacks to work with. Even if Isurus Gaming come out on top in one of these fights, there's no buyback, or there's buybacks available. Not Marana. They need a little more time. Oh god. Okay. They're pulling back. 63-minute game here. They're looking to make a jump. Can they rip apart Shadow Demon? Yes, they can. And now they're looking to make a go. Can they take apart? Oh, Sand King with a very nice Yule's temporary saves him, but they're greedy. They want to go ahead and take down Marana, and they do take her down. No buyback. She has at least another minute, I would assume, until she has a buyback. 2 minutes. Until they have her available. The buyback, though, will quickly come out on the Sand King, who did fall. And here we go. Oh my god, this is DD Meepo. This is a DD Meepo. He's got a DD Meepo. Unbelievable. Can we just end this one so I don't look stupid any longer? Pipe to call out and the jump in Meepo. Can we do it? Can fullback? Oh my god, the damage to come. There's the pipe. This is the last hurrah for Union Gaming to defend their home. Boat to fly out. Meepo goes down. Meepo gets ripped apart immediately so. And now Centaur with his last valiant effort trying to right-click it down. Dazzle even. Here trying to make something happen. Oh my god, they need more hits! They can't get it! Can they get it? No! Oh my god, they do it! They do it! Isurus Gaming get it! Oh my god. Oh, I am trying not to freak out right now, but wow. It had been a long road for Isurus Gaming. But my god, they got that win. Props to them and the Argentinian team for getting it done. But my god, it has been a long night. We had waited through pauses and delays and patches, but we finally got here. We got to see our Meepo, and we got to see Isurus Gaming pull out the win. Very, very nice stuff. At 63 minutes in, fullback gets it done. 17 and 17 and 15, pulls out the triple-double, completes out his heart, goes completely six-slotted, and damages up the home base enough for the rest of his troop to just finish it out. And wow, nothing else to really say on it. Thanks for everyone for sticking through from beginning to end, for those of you who did. And be sure you follow the channel. It's American League Dota here. You can also catch me over on Twitter at CoddleGuy, and you can also catch everything we're all about over at highground.tv. It's been a great long night of casting. Tomorrow we'll be back for even more here. I'll go ahead and throw up the schedule. And as you can see, tomorrow we start things off with North American Rejects will be taking on Isurus Gaming. They'll be back for more as they try to take down the North American Reject squad. And then North American Rejects will go on to face Sneaky Nyx Assassins. And it's actually a full triple header, as you can see, as they will go on and Sneaky Nyx Assassins will take on top 5. And I know the times are not right there. We'll double check about that, but it will be back-to-back-to-back games. It will not be Sneaky Nyx Assassins trying to play 2 games at once. But there you have it, folks. We did it. We pulled through. We'll be back at it tomorrow night. Thanks for coming by and hanging out. We'll catch